Oh, it's a Sunday and it's El Scorchio. So, I'm doing my grow on pond. But before I do that, look at those little cuties. So I've just come back from my epic adventures in Snowdonia and mid Wales. It's my first day back in the house, and me and the missus and the boy, he didn't have a say in it, decided to stay in the house. We're not going to go out today. We're even going to be very lazy and order a Sunday lunch from a local pub. Now then, get yourself on that train as a game changer. But let me just tell you what I've been doing. I have cleared out all of this side. I did have loads of tomatoes in there. I wielded my crop. The chili plants that was there is up by the pond at the moment because they're still growing. But yeah, I give that a good clean out, and that enabled me to get on with the bottom drain. So as you can see there, guys, I've smashed down in the slab. In here, mate, it's as hot as a greenhouse. Well, it is a greenhouse. El Scorchio. That means really hot in Espanol. So I've got to smash this little tiny bit left here, and then I'm gonna dry fit some pipe work. The only problem I've got that I can see is that I really want this to be as low as I can in the slab. So I'm gonna have a low spot here in the pipe work to come up. Now I'm worried about rubbish and crap gathering in it, but I have made this with a purge valve, so I'm not too worried about that low sort of U-bend that I'm going to have there. Plus, it's not going to be any lower than the actual the bottom drain section anyway, so any sediment is going to catch in there rather than there. So I don't know why I'm worrying. So the one concern I have got doing this is this skimmer. Now, I'm not sure if the water level is going to be right down here with this skimmer, or whether I can get it to come higher up, because I don't want to lose any height in this. If I'm coming up to this height here, this pretty much then is about 500 gallons, just shy of 500 gallons. Well, it will be 500 gallons actually with the filtration system. So I don't want to go any lower than this, but I don't want to go any higher either. That's where I want to be. Now, that's halfway up the skimmer. I reckon I could probably bastardize this. If I could put a plate over this and fiberglass up to it so it skims and drops in. And that's the plan. So I think that's going to work. The alternative is to get one of the Awaza skimmers that, if you look at Telford Coy, fantastic pond. If you haven't seen Telford Coy, check him out because he's got lovely drum filters. I'm well jealous of them. But he's got one of the Awaza in pond skimmers which sits on the top. Now I want this to bring on fry, well not so much fry, but I want it to bring on smaller koi, and possibly sell around the South Wales area, you know, some stuff. But I certainly don't want them plop going into that skimmer, and I think they could probably get into that skimmer. So I'm gonna slog on with this. I'm also going to slog on with this, even though it's about 100 degrees in here. The last time I've done any kind of hard work and heat this hot, I think I was attacking Ramallah Bridge in Iraq, which is a free para battle honour, by the way. Yeah. Anyway, that was good times. That was good times. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to crack on with this, guys. I've got all my stuff ready to go. I got this. I got the top coat ready. I got a little bit of this, so I've got enough left in here to mix with like baby powder, basically, to make enough paste to stick all of this on. But let me crack on with this, guys, and I'll be back with you in figures few. That means not very long in army, okay? Shit the bed, guys. It's been absolutely scorching in here today. After all, it is a greenhouse, and that's the reason why I'm putting a grow on pond in here to keep it warm in the winter and even hotter in the summer. So I've made excellent progress. I've come across a few little snags, but other than that, the hard work's done. I should be able to pour the slab, half the slab, which I'll explain in a minute, Maybe tomorrow, maybe not tomorrow. Maybe next weekend I'll do the slab, then I'll do the fiberglass, and when that's done, maybe I'll do the slab during the week. It's only an evening's work really. It's about, I would say, 5-6 barrowfuls really, not too much. But anyway, let me spin you around and let me show you what I've done. So this is the plan. Right guys, so what I have done is I've started to fit in my pipe work correctly. Now what we have here is a skimmer. I know I had a bit of a rant and a rave about this morning, but I'm absolutely sure that I can modify that to skim the water to the actual level I want it to be on the inside. I'm going to slightly modify it. The reason I'm using this cheaper style skimmer is purely for the fact that I bought this for my original pond when I didn't really know about, you know, those custom made skimmers and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, I had that little laying around, so I've used it. So what I've done is I've put slide valves. Okay, I know everyone's going to go, oh, you should have got the ball valves. Well, of course, on my other pond, I've got all ball valves. However, I've had loads of these spare from when I bought them before I was going to do my actual, well, I was going to use these on my other pond. So that's the reason why I've got all of these slide valves, and because I've used one, in for a penny, in for a pound, I'm using all of them because I like continuity and I've got problems with making things match. I've got a massive problem at the moment because that bloody Evolution Aqua skimmer UV is bloody white, which is doing my nut in. But anyway, so skimmer, we come down so I can vary the flow, how much this skimmer is pulling from the bottom. Well, you know, so I can vary this basically between the bottom drain and the skimmer. Okay, so that's the reason why that's there, and also I can just isolate this off. So if for some reason I don't want to use it or whatever, it's not going to drain the pond and whatever, you know what I mean. It's nice to isolate everything off. So at the bottom I've got this purge line. So it's basically a 3-inch purge line which comes from the 4-inch drain. However, I've had to reduce the actual drain to this purge line to a 2-inch. There was no other way around it. I'll explain later on. Also, I've got my top coat ready there. That's the stuff I use for my boat. So that's more than half full. So I'm going to use the rest of that on this. I've got a tiny bit of resin left in there, which is ready to mix up with the right amount of accelerant and also basically baby powder. I'm going to be buying a load of baby powder to go with that to make the paste to stick my 10mm sheets on. So these 10mm sheets, I have enough to go all the way around and do the bottom, but the 10mm sheets will be pasted across there. Now these are only 10mm. Now I normally it's because I watch that GPR lining services, Matt I think his name is. I know one thing, he can definitely fiberglass a pond well. I've watched I gotta say I've watched more of his videos than he probably has himself. And I know one thing, in case of a zombie apocalypse, that's the fella I want to come around. But he swears on that 10mm stuff. It's probably very similar to what he uses, maybe a different brand, I don't know. But anyway, that's what I've got. Rather than using the 25 or 50mm Kingspan, which is just reducing the amount of water I'm getting in the pond. So I wanted to use this to minimise sort of like losing gallonage basically. And I just fancied using something different, so we're going to use that. And also I've got to go and pick up my fiberglass. I might well go to my fiberglass in supplier tomorrow and pick up my fiberglass. So they're really good actually. There's a place down not too far away from where I live, and it's roofing fiberglass and roofing resin, and I basically tell them the square meterage and they'll go, yeah, you need that if you're going to put 2 coats on. So I normally get the 4.5 gram, I think it is, or something. That's the thickness of the actual weave. I don't think they do a 600, so I put 2 4.5 grams on. So again, 2 4.5 grams which will go into this pond, and then I normally put like 2 coats of that top coat on, to be honest. It's good stuff, it really smooths it out nice. Yeah, and the pipe work is almost done. I do need to order a few more fittings. I'm going to jump in the pond now in a minute and I'll tell you the issues I had today, which was a bit of a pain in the ass, but it's nice by here. There's loads and loads of room. Bearing in mind now there's going to be a door here as well. I've got to modify the steps behind me so the doors will open properly, but that's another job. That's a reasonably big job, to be honest. It's going to be a hard job, but anyway, that's for another day, but this is for today. So let me jump in the pond and show you what's going on. Okay guys, believe it or not, just jumped in the pond. So from here, what I've had is a major issue today with this. So let me angle this down a little bit. So here we are, we've got the bottom drain all fitted in. Now a couple of months ago I ordered a 3-inch spin drifter drain from Cotswold Koi. It didn't come for weeks, and at that specific time I was quite keen to get this pond up and going. However, other things has addressed since then, and it's put this on the back foot. So I could have waited for it, but what they done is they sent me out a 4-inch bottom and 4-inch spin drifter bottom drain with a 3-inch reducer on there and all the pipe work and stuff. But what's happened is it's such a tight area in here that I just couldn't do what I wanted to do with it. So what I've had to do is this. Yeah, so what I've done is I've dug out the slab. I've laid this in so it's actually pretty flush here. It's actually going to come up a tiny bit. It's going to come up to 10 mil anyway, at least, because obviously where I'm putting this down here, the thickness here I want to fit so it's flush against this. No, in fact, actually I'm talking rubbish. It will sit like this and then the board will go over the top. But what I'm going to do is, if you can look at the floor, it's actually sloping down here. So from there, I'm actually going to cover this grid with some I don't know, some sort of rubber I got left over, so no compo goes down there, and I'm going to slope this side up. So effectively I've got a slope and a slope, which will give me a channel through the middle where all the sediment should pull in, and it should settle in the middle, which eventually will go down to the drain. I'm not going to do like a sloping from this way and this way as well. It's so small, the drain's so big, there's just no need for it. But what I've had to do is put a 4-inch pipe coming in here, and then I've got a 4-inch pipe reducing into a 2-inch flexi. Now this is a very strong flexi pipe, so I've had to do it this way because I just did not have enough area here to put all the solvent weld PVC fittings. Okay, so we've got this heavy duty rubber boot, and it is a good rubber boot. It's going to come down here. This actually goes a bit softer. This will go down like that because I'm going to put some weighted things on it so to keep it on where we put the slab down. And I've also got the 1-inch air line which is coming through as well. But I also have problems this side. So this is coming off tomorrow because I've realised I lost a load of fittings and I found a magic box somewhere else. So this is all coming off, and I've got a 3-inch pipe there, and then I've got a 3-inch to 2-inch reducer to go in here, which this will be soldered welded into. So this big bulky area is going to be gone. So once that's done actually properly, then I'll get another block to fit in there, and I'll block this all off. Like I said, it's going to be basically from about here, it's going to come down, slope down and meet the other side. So this is going to be a lovely little pond. And as you can see, we're going to have the return coming through here, which is going to push the water this way and then flow back to the skimmer, which is in that corner. So only one return into this pond, guys. And also we're going to have a backy shower. So we've got another pipe here coming across. Now, I'm not sure where I'm going to put the backy shower. There might be a situation where I can put it across here. Not quite sure, because I'd like to hide this if I could and put the backy shower at the very back, which would be better than putting the backy shower here. I'll have to measure up this gap here and see how she'll fit properly, you know. So anyway, that's the progress from today. I'm not gonna lie, quite proud of myself. So again, this should have been, this is for a pond liner. I'm not using that. This is all going to be situated in place. We're going to put this will fit all the way across to the side, like so. Okay, and from there we'll fiberglass into it, and we'll bond all the way around as well with a bit of CT1 or something like that, something Secoflex or some sort of sticky stuff. What I'm also going to have to do is I'm going to have to seal up underneath here, because the water level is going to be very close to this window, so it will be sealed. I'm going to put some Secoflex all the way through here, make sure it's 100% sealed, so I'm not going to get any water into the garage. But apart from that, guys, yeah, it's quite nice. But you can see the drop on the pond there. So where she's dropping from there to the center, yeah, but you can see the drop here on the pond, all the way down. Remember, this bulky section is going to come off, so it's not going to go to a 4-inch, it's going to stay a 3-inch, which is going to reduce that by an inch, funny enough. So it's going to come down here to this bottom point there, which is going to be probably just where that wet section is there, and then she's going to cut back up into the wall all the way across here. So if you know what I mean, it's going to be a valley basically, and that's how I'm going to keep it. So it's just got a channel all the way through the middle, and all the crud and all the crap shizen will get to the bottom drain. And remember, guys, I've got a purge line as well, so we're drawing in from a 4-inch. The purge line is a 3-inch, so the amount of flow we'll get through this 2-inch flexi pipe once it's all solvent welded, once it's all backfilled into the slab, is going to be plenty. Now I know people are going to comment on it, and rightly so, that, oh really, it would have been nicer to have a hard PVC pressure tested pipe underneath the slab. Absolutely, and I'm not questioning that whatsoever, but I just can't do it. It's just, I've been here, I've got all the pipe work to do it, and I've been here like a jigsaw puzzle trying to get it all to fit, and it either sits way too proud, so I can't get a nice even valley all the way through, or I need to pull up my eco drain, and I don't want to pull up my eco drain because that still is going to be for obviously all my rainwater and all my dirty water from the pond. So yeah, that's not going to happen. So that flexi pipe it is. And at the end of the day, if it ever fails in years to come, well, it gives me something to do. What else is there to do apart from redo things that goes wrong? Welcome to my life. So guys, final note, what we're going to do is come up here, have a look at my beauties. Let's pull up a chair for 5 minutes. Oh, and here we are. They're all healed up now, guys. So basically they're lips that had problems after those antibiotic jabs. They've totally healed up. A couple of little indentations in the flesh, obviously, you know, that's going to happen, but yeah, they're fine. I've also got my my Profi auto feeder working. I'd like to ask someone a question though. So guys, when we go through the, what I'm going to do, actually, I'm going to set this up on the tripod. Ooh, we're getting close and personal in here, guys, and I don't know if you can see this. Let me spin you around a little more. Let me get this down. Okay, so hopefully you can see this. So I've set this up to the best of my knowledge, but one thing that I'm not quite understanding is, obviously, so we've got the clock, which is self-explanatory time. We've got the start time, which it starts feeding at 7 o'clock. We've got the end time, finishes feeding at 9 o'clock, 2100 hours. We've got how many feeds per day, I think that stands for, and I've got 10. Then we've got P, which I think is the percentage, so, or the time. So it's going for 2.5 seconds every feed, which is dispersing kind of the amount I want. And then we've got FD, which is 1.8. I'm not sure what FD equals MMSS/day. If anyone can understand or tell me what that FD stands for, because I didn't get the instructions. If I didn't read them, obviously. I'm a man. So yeah, if someone can tell me what those are for, and tell me if what I've said is actually correct, but I think that's correct. So I think it's clock, it's the start, which is the time, start time, 7 o'clock in the morning, the end time of feeding, which is 2100s, how many times a day it feeds, which is 10 times a day, and then the percentage, how many seconds per feed, and then we've got FD, which I don't understand what it is. Let me know. I can't even imagine what that would be, but I'd like to know. So let's put that away there for now. And funny enough, guys, it's literally just fed. So it's just fed, it's just dispersed all of that food. I guess you call it a small handful. So the fish are looking quite happy at the moment. There's my fish from the Grow and Show. Yeah, very happy. It seems to be growing by the day, I'm not going to lie, it's a bit of a freak. This one is a lovely, well, Sank, I guess, because it's got a little black spot on the back. She is lovely. So basically, a little issue I had when I came back from holiday yesterday. I checked the water params and my pH was super low, so I had to put a load of bicarb in there, but now it's on the button. Now we're back to 7.5, between 7.5 and 8 again, but it's incredible how much it dropped. Also what I done yesterday is I put some more of the oh god, I can never remember what it's called, aqua source weed repellent stuff. So I put some of that in yesterday because I noticed that the green algae start to come back. So that 250 grams has lasted me for 2 weeks, which has been really good. So what I done also is I cleaned out inside my drums, inside my backy showers again. Yeah, so I had to clean out inside the backy showers again. I just put the jet wash in there, and I jet wash all the sludge and the slime which is on the surface. Which yeah, so I've jet washed all the sludge and the slime off the surface of the pond again, off the media in the backy shower, which I would say would make it more porous again. And I love these. Check out these wolf spiders. I got loads in my garden. Sick. How sick is that name? A wolf spider. It's probably one of the reasons I called my son Wolf, because it is a sick name. Right guys, so hopefully you've liked this this video. Look forward to that grow on pond getting up and running. I'm hoping to get it run. So in 2 weeks time my son is 1 and we're going down to Kent. Now obviously I'm going to do my annual visit to Koi Water Barn. I've almost decided that I'm going to buy another koi for the big pond, but I'm thinking about buying another couple of dozen smaller sockeye fish farm if I can grab a little bit of a deal from Keith down there, and I want to put them in there. There's nothing to stop me putting them in the big pond for a little while, but then I want to get them in there and really bring them on if I can, so that'd be amazing. So anyway, pond life is reasonably easy at the moment. There doesn't seem to be, touch wood, any problems in my pond. Water params are good, everything's working okay, fish are okay. I've even got the auto feeder working, so yeah, touch wood guys. Until next time, keep safe.